Thank you for joining me. Welcome to TJ's Maths Clinic. In today's presentation, we continue with our solutions to coordinate geometry 1. We are looking at condition for collinear points. Let's look at how we can analyze this together. The condition for collinear, the condition for collinear, for collinear, for collinear point is that three or more points are said to be collinear if the 3 points if the 3 points lie on the same straight line. If they lie on the same straight line, they have the same. If they lie on the same straight line, it means they have the same gradient and they are parallel to each other. So this is the condition for collinear point. The condition for collinear point is that 3 or more points, it must be 3 or more points, are said to be collinear if the 3 points lie on the same straight line and the gradient or the slope between those lines are what? Are equal and they are parallel to each other. Then we have collinear points. Mathematically, there are 3 methods to test for collinearity of a line. The first one, we use the slope method. Conditions now for collinearity or condition for collinear. Condition for collinear. Mathematically, condition for collinear mathematically. Let's look at it mathematically. Number 1, slope method. Slope method. We are looking at 2D now, two-dimensional. For two-dimensional, let's look at it for 2 dimension. For 3 points, let's say point A, which is given as x1, y1, point B, x2, y2, and point C, x3, y3. For these 3 points to be collinear, to be collinear, the slope between AB, length AB and BC are equal, must be equal. In other words, if the slope AB equals the slope BC, then we have a collinear point, or the condition for collinear will occur. Let me remove this so that we can look at more condition. So it means if slope AB equals slope BC, then the collinear point will occur. It means if we have AB as y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 equals BC, which is the same as y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Then, or we can use x3, y2, x3, x2 like this. It's the same thing. Then it means the collinear point will occur. This is condition number 1. Let's move to condition number 2. Let me clean here. Condition number 2 is triangle method. Triangular or triangle method where we use determinant. That's 2D, two-dimensional, 2D. Okay, so let's look at triangular method of 2D. The area of a triangle, if the area of the triangle formed, if the area of the triangle formed uh, by three lines, if the area of the triangle formed by the three lines, formed by the three lines, formed by the 3 points or line, 3 points is zero, then then the point are said to be collinear. The point are said to be collinear. The point are said to be collinear. Very important. That's the area now of a triangle. Now we have absolute value of 1. We have x1, 1, x2, 1, x3. Then their corresponding y value, y1, y2, and y3. Then by the time we find the determinant of this, and if the result is 0, then we conclude that the area of that triangle is collinear. So if the area of the triangle formed by the 3 points is 0, then the points are said to be collinear. Very important. We can sketch it if we want. If we have x-axis and y-axis in this manner, whereby we have 3 points like this, the angle that this point will form the same. It will be the same. And even the triangle that these lines will form will still be the same. Very important. Then condition number 3, condition for collinear mathematically, number 3, vectors. That vectors will be in 3 dimensions or 2 dimensions. So vector method, that's number 3, vector method. And either 2D, 2-dimension or 3-dimensional vectors now. Then we can conclude that. Okay. If point AB, if vector AB, let's say we have 3 points. For instance, let's say we have 3 points. Let's say we have 3 points. Point A, B, C. Point if points A, B, and C. If point A, B, and C are collinear, if vector AB, and AC are linearly, if vector AB and vector AC are linearly dependent. Are linearly dependent. Are linearly dependent means if vector AB if one is a scalar multiple of another, if vector AB is a scalar multiple, I hope we are together, scalar multiple of vector B, vector AC, then we say that the vectors are collinear. What does that mean? It means if we have vector AB is the center as the scalar, this is a multiple, this is a scalar multiple of vector AC, then we say that these vectors are collinear. Very important. Let me take it again. Vector method. It could be 2D or 3-dimensional vectors as the case may be. If point A, B, and C are collinear, then vector AB and vector AC are linearly dependent. What does that mean? Linearly dependent means vector AB is a scalar multiple of vector AC. Then we can deduce that vector AB will be equals to this scalar. This is a scalar now. This is the scalar multiple, this lambda here, multiplying vector AC. So this is the condition for collinear points. In my next video, we'll look at how we can use this condition to solve a problem. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. And don't forget to subscribe to TJ's Maths Clinic. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. See you in my next video.